Okay, like I said, my name's Sergeant First Class John Sochocki. I'm giving you guys a informative speech today before we get started. Like I said, I got to take a video, make sure we got enough audience members. I'm not lying. And, sir, if you wouldn't mind, I'll ask you to be my videographer and
I could do that.
just capture me talking. Like I said, maximum time is 7 minutes. I'm going to keep it less than that. So, appreciate everybody coming here. All right, class is on, you can say that, Ophicordyceps unilaterus, which is a form of fungus. The picture there you see is, the spores of said fungus. So you're asking yourself, well, Sergeant, why do I care about fungus? It's stupid. I eat them, I put them on pizza. Well, this right here is why you care. Does anybody know what that is?
Frankenstein.
That is a picture, if anybody's ever played games or anything like that, it's a picture of a zombie infected with cordyceps fungus. Now, okay, what the hell does that have to do? What is that? That is the next progression of that. That right there is, it's an ant, but you can see it's got a giant stalk growing out of his head. What it is, this fungus is, what it does is it infects the ant, takes over its brain, keeps the ant alive, animated, so it can reproduce itself, essentially creating a zombie ant. So everybody, we watch Walking Dead, we do all this crap, talk about the apocalypse or whatever else. This is foreshadowing right here. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. All right, let's take a look at, we don't need to look at that, skip that. Let's take a look at this fungus and what it does, how it works, and how we're all going to be affected by that. It is normally found in the rainforest of Thailand, so hopefully none of us are going to the rainforest of Thailand anytime soon. So, but the problem is, it is spreading. It has now been found in Brazil and other South American countries. So, these ants is primarily carpenter ants that it affects, but it's starting to spread to other species of ants, and now has begun to infect wasps. And what it does, you saw the spores in the first slide, it attaches itself to the ant's body and basically bores through its exoskeleton or its skin into its brain and begins to affect its brain. We'll look at the progression. Now, the scientists haven't figured out how it's actually getting in there and affecting the ant's brain. If we could figure that out, we'll probably weaponize it and take over the world. But we haven't figured out what the actual chemical reaction is that makes the ant vulnerable to this mind control, per se. So what happens, the fungus, it gets in, it affects the ant. Ant's still alive at this point. It causes the ant to basically start convulsing, fall down to the ground. Then it, against the ant's will, basically makes it walk up on the underside of a leaf, grab on with its mandibles to the bottom of a leaf, and begin taking nourishment from that plant. So what this fungus is doing is it's keeping the ant alive, it's keeping it mobile, and it's using the ant's metabolism in order to process food. And then what happens after, conditions are right, it begins to basically decay the body until it sprouts a stem right here and releases more spores. You can see on this last one, that's finally the ant is dead, and the spores are released. Now, so what? It's freaking ants. I'm not an ant. I don't care, right? But you look at some of the facts here. Look at our most deadliest diseases, our outbreaks. What has caused human populations to decrease significantly? Well, we've all heard of AIDS, right? 35 million people dead from AIDS. Where did AIDS come from? Came from monkeys, right? At least that's the accepted scientific or accepted theory. Black Death, the bubonic plague, where did it come from? Rats. All right? Rabies, 55,000 people every year die from rabies. And Spanish flu came from birds. 500 million people from birds. So bottom line, these parasitic creatures are known to jump from the animal kingdom into humans, infect humans, and kill them off. Now, there's this really smart guy, Dr. David Hughes, who's the professor of entomology and biology at Penn State University. And he's done a lot of research into this, and he's quoted as saying, you know, we constantly inhale billions of these spores every day. It's just a matter of time before this fungus mutates in order to affect human beings. So, in conclusion, I think that's my last slide. In conclusion, you guys are now aware that, hey, there is a real-life zombie apocalypse threat. So, what you need to do, you need to start preparing. Now, how do you do that? Well, that's on you. Watch the shows, whatever else. Get you a crossbow, a samurai sword, whatever it is you need to do. But you cannot say, hey, somebody didn't warn you that fungus is going to take over your brain. All right. Is there any questions?
You got any ammo for sale?
I do not, but Walmart has a ton of it.
Is this X-rated?
All right. I thank you guys for sitting in, listening to me. And everybody signed in. If you wouldn't mind, take a few seconds, fill out my little critique sheet, and then we'll go from there. Thank you.
Wow.